You know, as soon as we get a gay president, he's just gonna tell everybody to be gay.
It's gonna be his agenda. Well,
That's our plan all along. We gotta get somebody in the White House, and then everybody will be gay.
you know, once we had George W. in there, that was when we all thought it was time to bring back the Confederacy.
Oh, God.
Long live the Confederacy.
Oh, no.
It's,
Well, at least she died smiling.
that is coming at you any second.
No, it isn't.
I guess it's not Resident Evil.
Look at this burrier.
That's some like Tony Stark ass shit.
Somebody in here.
I like that you whispered so they wouldn't hear you.
I don't want him to hear me. I'm spooked.
Oh, my god, you're just walking around making so much noise!
Do I get that tank? I can't let me get this tank. No. Okay. That's okay. Have you seen that news interview where they're talking to the guy who's all about the Confederacy? And
Yes,
he's like...
yes.
Well, just for our viewers who haven't, the guy says, you know, it wasn't about slavery. It was about other issues. You know,
Everybody
states'
thinks
rights.
the Civil War was about slavery.
Yeah, like those people are stupid. And then he goes, it was about states' rights. And he goes, yeah, states' rights to own slavery. He's like, it was about a lot of other things. And he goes, name one other thing. And the guy's just like,
You got me on the spot here.
well, yeah, I off the top of my head, I don't. He's all about it, you know.
Well, he said he actually came up with, once you prodded him a little bit, just 1 minute or so, like not a whole long time, he came up with that they needed to fight oppression. And then the interviewer was like, oh, like the oppression of slavery.
God. Hey, even if this alienates people, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Anybody who likes the Confederacy is a stupid piece of shit. I hope they die.
I mean, it depends what you mean. There are people who truly, they're like, oh yeah, you can take down that statue of that racist person or whatever, but I'm a historian, I'm a historical buff, and I have some of these Confederate monies, or I have Confederate whatever,
oh,
you
yeah,
know, like, that's fine.
Like, if you're owning memorabilia because it was an important part of American history, but not if you're, like, glorifying that group. You know, and saying, oh, we need the statues kept up because it's history. Nah, bitch, there's museums for that. There's textbooks for that. You don't have statues of Hitler up.
Yeah, and
you learn about him in history class.
You can read about founding fathers, like, all the way up to the beginning of American history, knowing that slavery is wrong and we shouldn't do it. So, like, it's not... I don't know, there's no reason to glorify one of the worst things we've ever done in history. You just be like, yeah, we learned from that. We didn't do that again.
There's a lot of evidence that it's just done because it's racist and people like to be racist.
It's very true, and who was it? It was Immortal Technique. He's got this.
You can't see me, by the way.
I'm sneaking. Immortal Technique has this great.
What's that Burl doing? Sorry.
No, you're fine. I guess it's just a track. I was gonna say song. He has this great track on one of his albums where he does a speech. And in the speech, he talks about how we as a country would have grown a lot more if we had admitted that slavery was just based out of shittiness. So
yeah,
we're like, I was stronger than you, I was able to, so I took you. That is what slavery was. But instead, it was the lie, the social lie, that white men are better than black men, that like created more like racism to continue and things like that, you know? Like, people wouldn't admit that they were just pieces of shit for having slavery happen. They're like, no, 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 those people were, you know, they were worse than us. They were from Africa. Like it's.
Oh yeah, people justify horrific actions. Like it's insane. It's unfortunate that it's been happening all throughout human history.
Oh, yeah. He
And
cites other places that have done the same thing, and he said they didn't propagate this lie. They were just like, yeah, we had slaves. When we had the Israels as slaves. It's whatever. We were pieces of shit
well,
back then. We quit it.
I liked Chappelle talks about it in one of his stand-ups. He said he talked about how apartheid, after that in South Africa they did reconciliation, where basically people admitted to what they did wrong so that everybody could be open and talk about it, and then they could like work to fix it. Oh no, it's broke.
And I can say right quick, Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest, not even just comedic, one of the greatest minds of our generation. Like of all time. He is so brilliant.
Nice.
Wow.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw what happened. It's like you didn't even mean to. You just like shooting flammable.
Man, I tell you what, if you shoot flammable, things get done.
So was that the end of it? Chappelle was saying,
burning flammable.
Chappelle was saying that we should, all talk about the heinous atrocities?
Yeah, well, he was relating it to the whole Me Too movement. He was saying that what they did there was they didn't I think he said that they didn't prosecute people. That's crazy. I think he said that they didn't prosecute people after the whole South Africa thing. They just stopped doing the heinous stuff, and they had people open up about what they did, and so that everybody could recognize how this happens, and it gave people a path to move forward in a new society that didn't do it anymore. So it was a pretty interesting point to make that if you don't give people a way to get better and move forward without hurting people, then they're going to fight to ensure that the system that allows them to, exist freely continues. But if you give them an option to be a part of the solution, then oftentimes they'll do that. Sorry, this is distracting.
No, you're fine. That made a lot of sense. Were you able to blow through your own barrier, but he was not? Whatever.
Define blow.
Alright, we're gonna try this
Maybe
again.
this'll work.
Why don't we do it this time with
Hey-ya!
gamer flavor?
Has it been 15 minutes?
Like 18, dog.
Oh, shit, dog.
Well, sometimes the loading screens come
Take
close
this
enough.
bitch out.
Come close enough to 15 minutes to where you just do one of those.
Yeah. That's a nice little point for me in editing, too. Alright, let's see. They're dead. And I don't mourn them. Oh. Still had some juice left in it.
Whoa, dude. How many
Juice.
How many Jews did it have left in it?
Juice. I said juice.
Say the whole word. It's Jewish.
Oh, Annie, I didn't know you were Jew.
Say the whole word. Later, Pierce does it and calls her a Jew, and she says, "Say the whole word," and then he's like, "Jewy."
Alright, this will get him.
What an excellent time of entertainment. There are so many good shows out there. So much content.
So much content.
I have still yet to watch any of Future Man, but I hear it's really good.
I keep hearing that too.
And then Greg Daniels, one of the greatest writers of all time, King of the Hill and The Office, just a couple of his accolades besides The Simpsons. He came out with a new show on Amazon.
What's it called?
You're putting me on the spot here. It's in my head somewhere. It's a show about when you die, you can upload your consciousness into a virtual world.
I've had that thought before, and I've thought about whether or not I would do it. And I think I would.
Darian immediately says that he would do it. Friend of mine. Immediately is just like, I would do it. And I'm like, I think it's a huge question. Like, are you still you? Existentially, bruh?
Well,
And
if you're not you, then it's just like a copy of your consciousness, so you wouldn't experience it. The copy would and think it was you.
so then I guess if you do choose to upload your consciousness, then there are two entities living both worlds. You have the version of you that died that maybe had some type of soul or an afterlife or something, and then you have the version of you that thinks it's you living in this virtual world.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I imagine
That's why I'm not gonna use a teleporter.
I imagine in this show that the person, not just in this show, in the way life would be, it's just like if you were in that virtual world and you had uploaded your consciousness, you have to treat it like it's real because you don't know that it's not. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait, it doesn't like tell you, hey, welcome to the, oh god, it's, oh, missiles.
I don't know.
Oh, the homing with the stuff.
I haven't seen any of the show yet. I've just heard about it.
Ah! This was a mistake.
Why is that how you got out of this? Oh my god. Those missiles.
This isn't the way to go either.
I mean,
dying.
It seemed like a pretty good place to lay low for a second.
Oh, I was supposed to do this. Oh, that Freeman boy sure got himself into some trouble this time. How's he gonna get out?
Oh, that Freeman fella.
Oh, oh, fake you out. Oh, yep. Nope, don't think so. Serpentine.
You actually dodged one.
Heyo! I'm better than all of you. You cannot stop me.
Taste my science.
I would love a Half-Life movie where John Malkovich played Gordon Freeman.
You're a questionable person.